around it.
Wait, are we live already? Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?
Lou, it's on you.
All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of the 3 Count Presents Returning to the Ring. You know me as the host. I am the fro-growing, wrestling-knowing dad up from 4, and God knows we don't need any more, Lou the franchise. And I have a roster with me. He has been my best friend for 20 years. He has been my partner in crime since 1997. You know him as the leader of the Dog Pound, Clifford Red Dog Miller.
Of course, as always, it's the Air Force veteran intel specialist, the one they call Red Dog, and your favorite mercenary. What up, what up?
All right, and then the next online, you know, he had to get tagged in by Chaz. You know him. He is the prince of pure ignorance. He's the one that holds them up and keeps them going. Say what up to Prince Machiavelli.
I appreciate you putting me over Chaz any day of the week. Y'all know what it is. Prince Machiavelli here, the prince of pure ignorance.
All right, and we have a special guest tonight. You have found him on Northeast Wrestling. You have found him on Limitless Wrestling. Give it up for Traevon Jordan from Waves and Curls.
What's going on, everybody? Weighing in at one half of the weight of a certified amount of drip. I am the flyest high flyer. I am the super fly guy. I am all that and more. I am Traevon Jordan here, live and in Technicolor on the podcast. Love to be here with you guys again, getting back in the ring with you all.
All right, Traevon, thank you for joining us tonight. The first question that we have, what have you been up to since the last time you were on the 3 Count?
Actually, been up to some very interesting stuff. I think the announcement was just broke over on Twitter, so we can officially say that both myself and Jalen Brandon will be reunited on Limitless Wrestling Season 3 of The Road. We got some great matches lined up, so definitely make sure you guys tune in to IWTV so you can watch Season 3 of The Road. Other than that, outside of, wrestling, just been keeping up with training, and just working out, getting the body right, getting the mind and the spirit right, reading a lot of different books and everything. So
Just trying to stay active and, keep chasing the bag, keep chasing the dream. So that's pretty much all I've been up to all since January. So, no, July, right? July? I think so.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It has been a grip.
All right, so now that we got out of the horrible year that we had with the pandemic and everything, what's your favorite memory from 2020?
Oh, let me see. My favorite memory of 2020, I'd probably say would be filming season 2 of The Road for Limitless, just wrestling wise. It was a challenge for myself, jumping back as like a singles dude. I hadn't done it in months since. I was just relying on being a tag team specialist. So jumping back into the singles ring and, getting the little push that I did over at Limitless, going on an undefeated run for that season was really amazing. And the company put a lot of trust in me to do that. So that was really fun to see. And then outside of that was just getting enough and having enough time to spend with family, Zoom calls and Zoom meetings, FaceTime. The whole quarantine was like a double-edged sword. It kind of slowed life down a bit so you can take the time to appreciate those around you. So that I was really, really thankful for. So just connecting with, all my family. My little brother calls me every single day, so I get to spend time and talk with him. So that was definitely a highlight of 2020 for me as well, too.
And awesome. So now that we're past 2020, now we can look to the future. What do you want to accomplish in 2021?
2021 for me, and I know for Jalen Brandon as well, too. I know he wanted to be here in the ring with you guys, but unfortunately couldn't be. We're looking to get some gold, man. For all the things that Waves and Curls has done, for all the places that we've been, we haven't held any gold just yet. We got really close in a few different promotions, but yeah, I think it's time to wrap some gold around our waist. So, that's top priority for us. Getting some new eyes, new faces on us, that we definitely want to do. I want to get out to the Midwest, work something like a Black Label Pro or a GCW or anywhere out there. You know, we just want to keep expanding our horizons and coming back better, stronger, and faster than ever. So definitely GCW, Black Label Pro, get some gold around this waist because we got all the drip. We just need a little bit of gold to go along with it. You feel me?
I love it, and I agree with you. It's time to put some gold around those waists or on those shoulders. So those are the questions I have. I'm going to tag in my partner in crime here, Red Dog, and he's got some questions for you too.
We don't have to start off with any questions, man. We just start off with the best thing to do. I want to dance with somebody.
Hey.
I want to feel the heat with somebody.
Get it.
Yo, so I'll share this story on live because because we talk a lot actually on Facebook, like a lot. So it was recent, so my daughter, she's in dance, and one of the songs that she does is actually I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. So knowing that was your theme song, the first thing it was the only thing I could think of was like, yo, I'm gonna send this video over to him, to Traevon right now, because he's just gonna die laughing at this. And sure enough, man, that's exactly what I did.
Yo, that made my day. Just seeing you getting in your zone, grooving to the song, man. That song lights a fire in everybody. So whenever it plays, I know it's about to be a good time. And I knew before I even clicked it exactly what it was about to be. So it just made everything even better, man. Thank you for sending that my way. I appreciate it.
Yeah, def, man. So I know, recently, we've tried to get some, storylines going on, at least down here, with, ACW or C3W. Just eventually, we've kind of had, things in the work, man. How are you still feeling about coming down to the Mid-Atlantic and working some shows?
Line them up. We're down to go anywhere and everywhere, man. We'll put miles in the car. We'll put miles on the airline. We're looking forward to going anywhere and everywhere. So if y'all got spots opened up, holla at your boys, and we'll come down and do what we do and bring the party on down to where y'all at.
Yeah, I really wish I know Jalen's he's mad busy right now. I really I'm just glad that he's doing better too, man. Especially after the bad break at Titan. So I'm glad to see that you guys are reunited and it feels so good.
Oh yeah, dude.
So what's okay? So the plan obviously is to get gold. You guys have talked about Game Changer as well as trying to get over to Black Label. What other promotions are you trying to get into that you want to help expand the brand of Waves and Curls?
I mean, definitely coming down and visiting you guys and seeing all the promotions out down in your area. We also, want to go on over to the other side of the world, go to the other coast, check out maybe FSW, Future Stars of Wrestling down in Vegas. Shout out Chris Bay, the big homie over there. We love you, big bro. We want to go over there, maybe check out Impact, ROH. That's where our trainers are from. We'd love to jump in the ring over there. And AEW or WWE is always at the top of the list, but any other promotions as well too. I know there's some up and coming ones over here. I think it's Invictus Pro. There's Camp Leapfrog. There's Wrestlers Lab. There's so many different places that we'd love to go. And Synergy Wrestling too. We'd love to work with them. So there's so many up and coming promotions and so many established promotions in the area that we're just looking forward to getting some work in and doing some great work with them. Oh, and there's another promotion too, VXS. I love everything that they're doing. They're doing some amazing work. Their production values are out of this world. They'll do all types of PS1 covers and just different music videos for their events. I'm I need to be a part of that because we the music guys. Like you said, we got the Whitney coming on, so we need to bring some Whitney to VXS, most definitely.
So the last time we talked about the worst bump that you had taken, where you had done a drop kick and your knee still hit you in the face somehow off the top rope. I'm just wondering, have you topped that yet?
No. No. that sugar honey iced tea hurt, man. I can't. I don't think I'll ever top that in my life, dude. I mean, for me, I'm such a tall, lanky guy. So my knee just hit me in the face, just told me where I need to be. And that's 10 toes down at all times away from the top rope. I mean, I tried some stuff in Limitless Season 3. You'll see that I successfully came off the top, but I don't think I'm doing a missile drop kick anytime soon in this lifetime ever again. I'm all set. I'm all set.
All right, bet. Well, I'm gonna pass it over to the man himself, Prince Machiavelli.
All right, I definitely got some questions.
Look at his face. He's smiling. He's scheming on me. Okay. All right. What's going on? Give me them questions.
You're a black man in wrestling. So what does that mean to you? What does it mean to be a black man in wrestling?
To be a black man and a point is just a beautiful thing. I love my culture. I love my skin color. And the most important thing to me is representation. Because I know that there's a younger generation under me who's watching wrestling, who's going to independent shows. And to be a light and to be an example for them, that means the world to me. Tupac said it once. He said he might not be the mind that changes the world, but he can spark the mind that changes the world. So maybe I won't be, WWE champion, but that's my aspirations. Maybe I won't be a WWE tag team champion, but you're damn right I'm going to work as hard as I can to get there. But if I don't reach those levels, I want to know that I at least left an impression on somebody or gave someone such a great experience at a show that they can have the courage and they can look to me and say, if he did it and he got that far, maybe I can even push the envelope and go further. So that's the most important thing to me is representation. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I did a photo shoot down here in the Northeast for all black wrestlers and black talent to come out to so they can get their portraits done, so they can get professional headshots. I did that just as a means to provide and give back to the community, There's a lot of upstart coming black wrestlers inside of the New England area. The Haven, Kylon King, Tyree Taylor. There's so many different guys that are just on the up and up, especially as black men. It's a beautiful thing to see in wrestling. Like, it's not just the skin color. We got the talent to back it up too, which is crazy. I mean, I don't want to give away too much, but the photo shoot was only step one. There's a second step that's coming very soon. So being a black wrestler is just all about representation to me and providing the light for the next generation. And same goes to being a black man. I love being a black man. Black is beautiful. Black is love. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I get it. I understand. My next question is, now you said you were doing some singles action, but what does tag team wrestling mean to you?
Tag team wrestling to me, I just told somebody about this the other day because Jalen, of course, he's a smaller competitor than I am. And most of the time, he'll get in trouble and I got to come and whoop some ass, because Jalen's in trouble. So for me, it's like, I remember, and I equate it to like my older sister. She would always, get me out of trouble when I was in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So if I have an issue at school, she wait until her school clock ends so she could come and whoop some ass for me. So that's how I feel when Jalen's in trouble. Tag team wrestling to me is just, it's a brotherhood. It's a bond. It's a kinship. It's family, Tag team wrestling is what I think is the tag team wrestling scene in general right now is exploding with so many talented teams. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Tag team wrestling has so many more intricate things than singles wrestling. And I love that about it. I really have a connection to it because it's two minds working as one. And that's the most important thing about tag team wrestling. You got to be on the same page and you got to just vibe and mess with each other in general. So I love tag team wrestling. Tag team wrestling, I feel, is the most entertaining wrestling just because, you got four competitors all vying, with one another, trying to, to win essentially and have the best match of the night. And tag team wrestling, if you check any card, check an NXT TakeOver, check an AEW, check out an indie show, most of the matches of the night are tag team matches because tag team matches and tag team wrestling is legit. So tag team wrestling is everything to me.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm talking to other people who have done like singles wrestling and stuff like that. They say, oh, well, I started trying to do some tag team stuff and it's way different. I'm like, yeah, you have to be in sync because even with my partner, we started off, we weren't in sync and it took a while, but we got there and people don't understand, don't get it.
No, that's the truth. And when you don't vibe, when you're not meshing as a tag team, it shows so much, even with the little things, So you got to just constantly work together and train together and all that. I'm sure you guys do all the same things as we do, work together and try to wrestle one another because it's literally forming a bond with one another, You got to know them like your own right hand. So tag team wrestling is everything. And hey, if you guys are ever in the area or we're in your area, we could lock it up once or twice, we're always, welcome to new challenges, whenever.
I know this is live, so y'all heard that. Waves and curls want something for ignorance, so make sure y'all, that's money. I'm telling you. But my last, what does your partner mean to you?
Jalen Brandon. What does Jalen Brandon mean to me? Man, that's a good question. Jalen Brandon, I feel, for me, is the perfect partner. And I'm not just saying that just to say it, just because he's my partner, just because he's might be watching this later on, watching everything back to make sure I'm not shitting on him. But he really is, because he's the yin to my yang. He's more gifted in an athletic stance. Like, he's the one who jumps off the top. He can do all the crazy dives and the flips and the pins and whatnot. Like, that's him. That's his wheelhouse. But me, I was always gifted with the mic, with the talking, I could come through and do the power moves and all that. So we just complement each other so well, and that just gives to our overall dynamic. It just makes such a beautiful, complete package in my eyes. So with him and I, it's a brotherly bond. We talk every single day. If we're not texting every single day, we're at least sending something on Twitter or Instagram. It's a constant contact. And, I think the chemistry shows within the ring too, because whenever we're together, it's always a good time. It's always a party. Even if, we are shitting on each other in the hotel room. Why'd you do that inside the match? I don't know. Why'd you do this? It's just knowing one another in and out. Like, when we left Limitless, when we were doing the tapings this time, it was funny because I had left my phone in the building. I came back. He was like, "You forgot something, didn't you?" I was like, "Yo, just shut up right now." Like, he knows me more than I know myself sometimes, and it's vice versa. So it's just such a great brotherhood and great bond that I'm very thankful to share with Jalen. So Jalen means everything too. Tag team wrestling means everything. Jalen means everything. And man, being black is always dope. Black is beautiful.
Okay, well, that's all my questions. I had to get those questions out. So we'll give it back to the host.
All right, I like it. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we play a game here.
Hold up, because I do want to talk. I forgot all about this, Traevon. I really wanted to talk about this with you too. Because you mentioned the photo shoot that you guys did, right? And we actually had Prolific on. Actually, fun fact, next week Prolific is going to be back on Returning to the Ring. Yeah. But we had Prolific on, and I remember they were talking about the photo shoot, and I remember seeing your pictures and stuff like that. So I'm just curious, like tell us the story behind that, because that's a very monstrous thing that you did for the community, and I'm just I want to get more details about it.
Yeah, I mean, it all sprung just off a random idea that I had. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was like a old double XL photo shoot with just all the black hip hop artists just sitting on a stoop or something, and it just seemed like such a dope picture. And it was in the middle of the George Floyd situation, that whole summer of civil unrest. I was like, I got to do something for the blacks in our community, just for our black people, just so we can at least show that we are a light inside of our community. So I just said, put it out in the ether, we should make this photo shoot happen. So many people just hit me up, just wanted to be a part of it. Just saying, this is such a great concept, and I'd really be down to do so. So if you make it happen, let's make it happen. So Harry Aaron, who's a great photographer, I think he's out of the Florida area, but he comes up this way just a lot. And he said that he was definitely down to do the shoot. So I linked up with him. He came down and we made the whole entire event happen just off a random crazy idea that I wanted to, provide a light in the midst of all this unrest, all this craziness going around, not even just the COVID pandemic, but another unarmed black man, being killed in the street. I had to do something so our community can have a spotlight, a positive spotlight, to show that there are black men out here on the grind, chasing our dreams, doing everything that we can to, to continue to provide a light. So that's what that entire photo shoot was about. Harry came up with the name Black Fight Bright Light, which I thought was amazing. So that's what we used to advertise the event. And so many wrestlers just came down. We had food. It was like a family reunion for a family you didn't even know that you had. The atmosphere there was just amazing, and it was just good vibes the whole day through. We did all the photos and just had a great time. Got the big group photo at the end too, which was near and dear to my heart. I want to get it on a canvas and put it in my house just because it's so dope to have captured that moment. I'm very thankful to Harry and to, the two people who want to remain anonymous, but they helped the photo shoot come to light as well too, and provided some funding to make it happen. I felt like it was time to have an event like that. And I definitely want to host one in the future, maybe bring it out to other, ends of the country or bring more people in. But there's certainly a part 2 coming. I can't give too much information just yet, but just know it's going to be even bigger and better. And it's going to shine a real light on the Black talent inside the New England area. And hopefully we can bring some in for other parts of the country too.
Bet. All right, I'll pass it back. Because yeah, like I said, man, I saw the thing and I was like, God, I was like, I don't think I've seen something like this, like, ever. Like, just ever. I mean, I know, like, WWE had, like, their photo shoot that they did with, like, the women's wrestlers and that whole without makeup. And then they've done their, like, occasional wrestling, like, when it's that time of the month, you know what I mean? But yeah, and then, but to see you do it like out of context and then just like, hey, here's something that no one's ever gonna see or everybody's gonna see, but no one's done before. I was like, man, this is massive, and I was like, I just think I feel like it went under the radar, and not very many people saw like how great something like this was. So if you guys get a chance, go check out. It was on your IG page, I think.
Yeah, it's on the IG. It's on the Twitter as well too. I know a lot of the talent have it like in their bios, or they'll have like it on their page as well too. So you can definitely check it out on my social media at Trey Keep Dancing. It's everywhere. Also, Traevon Jordan, my Facebook page.
All right, and now I'll pass it back over to Lou.
All right, absolutely. That we definitely need to talk about that. That is something that humbles even me. And nothing but love and appreciation for that, man.
Appreciate you, Lou. Most definitely. Thank you. But I see you poster in the background. Black Lives Matter. Yes, indeed, they do. All right.
Absolutely. We have to get to the funnest part of this interview. And that is the game that we have made. You've heard of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but we have it as pin, submit, and DQ. And a little twist on that is you don't have to tell us how you pin them or submit them, but we want to know how you DQ them. How do you lose? How do you get DQ'd from doing something? Whew. All right, so I'm gonna give you 3 names, and you do the rest.
All right.
All right, our first group, we got Batista, Sabu, and Kurt Angle.
Damn. Let's see. Pin Batista, submit Kurt Angle. I guess DQ Sabu. How would DQ Sabu though? That's what I need to know.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, how do you DQ Sabu? Because he's done it all.
I have no idea, man. I think I would just throw a chair at him and run because I'm not trying to get the repercussions of that. Absolutely not.
All right, so the next group I have for you.
I hope New Jack ain't in none of these questions, man, because I played the fifth. All right, cool.
The next group, Chris Jericho, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton.
Pin Randy Orton, submit AJ Styles. Oh, but how would I get DQ'd? Oh, that's the most challenging part. Let's see. How are we going to get to the DQ? Matter of fact, I switch it. I'm going to get DQ'd on Orton. He lit the Fiend on fire, so I'm going to light him on fire. That should be an automatic DQ right there. Pat myself on the back. There we go.
All right, we'll go with that. All right, so then my last group I have for you. And it's a doozy. Are you ready?
All right, let's get to it. Better not be New Jack.
We got Charlotte Flair, Beth Phoenix, and Nia Jax.
Pin all 3. Pin all 3.
We don't even need to know anymore.
You don't need to know nothing.
we do have a fan question from Mr. Charles Evans who says, I just want to know when Waves and Curls is going to get duffed.
Oh no.
Hey, Chaz.
Never. Never. That's the answer to the question. Never.
He said, "You laugh, you laughing, but he's dead ass." You heard it here. Ways and Girls versus Pyrenees is happening in 2021.
Most whenever. Bring it. Come on now. We got choke slams loaded up. We got big boots loaded up. Frog splashes loaded up. Holla at your boys for the smoke. We ain't scared. Come on now.
I love it. All
That's
right.
crazy.
So,
That's just pure ignorance.
This guy.
get out of here with that. All right. So literally, when I talked to Cliff about doing this interview with you, he said, he pretty much said, you're going to get humbled. This guy is one of the most humbling people we've ever had on the show. And 100%, man, you've humbled me. And you've inspired that out of me. So where do our listeners and viewers find you?
Wait.
So,
before you put that out there, hey, we need you to take us to church, man. Tell our listeners in a sermon where they can find you. We can't be just having you like putting it out there. We got to bring it back.
Well, now, church, I want you to open up your hearts, open up your ears, and let my words permeate your soul. You can find me on Twitter, on the Instagram, on the Facebook. Heck, even if you got a MySpace page, you can find me. Find me at Trae. That's Trae. Trae, 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 keep dancing. That's on Twitter. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. And even if you got a Friendster page, hit me up on BBM, AIM, Skype, Kick, all that. You can hit me wherever you need me. Call me, beat me, reach me like Kim Possible. I got you.